Who, who is saying this? Who? Your pastor? Eh?
Let me see. Stand up. Stand up. Sit down.
You tried. You tried. You tried. Who says you pray for me? Good, good. That's powerful. All right, better. I think this is okay now. We should be able to stream from here. So because I'm also connecting on YouTube and I'm also connecting on TikTok, and want to make sure that is also on as I'm doing this analysis because people are also joining from that channel. All right. So back to what we were talking about. We were talking about I think the interest that why this has been better. I believe you can see my screen. Let me see if people can see my screen. Yes, I can see my screen from another connector, so I believe it is okay. So currently, this is what we have live. The US Iran talk is still on. Trump says US only semi-negotiating with Iran. Israel reject Gaza plan. You understand? So it's not like they've been in direct talk. You understand? So Iran not immediately threatened by pacts, analysts says, with officials focusing on the aspect of diminishing US rule. Um, at the end of the day, like I said, the peace talk is still fragile at the moment. It's not very strong. They've not ascertained future, any very strong future indication that the war is ending and whatever. You can see them begin at any time, and that is why you see all current assets, like most especially the most affected, like the crude oil, is currently on a consolidation phase. However, we bought since we key into that consolidation phase since a week now. Let me quickly since a week. This is what we have. So for like a week, we just have about maybe 400 points or 400 pips push up. This is what we have about $400. If you are using 0.1 one standard low, we have given like a $4,000 on this trade. So this is massive actually from this low. We are still open for a continuous bullish. The reason is not because we are praying for the war to keep on going, but because we can see on few gaps here. I see price on filled gaps. Yeah. So we believe that price will come first cover these gaps first. Then they will now reach a good negotiation, whatever they are trying to reach, and then you see price um reverse back to the downside. So that is what we are currently expecting for crude oil to do, and that is why we are on this buy. So if you have not joined the buy, the last time we analyzed the market, we point this place out. It wasn't there before we started it. So we said people can join for me, and we can say market has currently dipped into that level. Why are we pointing this place out? If you go to the small time frame, this happens to be like a breaker block. So you can see the breaker. You can see the breaker here, right? This is the breaker. But there's one thing I want you to understand, right? Price made the price made like there's a consistent move here. Price is finding it very difficult to break the last high. This is the last major high that made this week. Price has not broken it. Because let's say price has broken it, but price has not closed above it. So there's still a high tendency for price to come back into this area, sweep below this layer, then continue to the upside. So if you have not entered this trade, you can still put your entry below this level. So this is what I will be expecting. Let me measure with my Fibonacci to be more accurate. So from this low down to that top, we are looking at a discount zone at 0.618, which is here. So I'll have my like um long position at this level here. Then I can delete this one. So I'm still looking at those gaps covering, and then stop loss is at this level. So still the same thing, but just a much like entering late. You have a late setup, right? For people that are taking this setup, are people that are taking the buy late. So this is what I'm looking at for oil trade, and we might miss it, but it's better to wait for price than to chase price. So we'll look for opportunity at this level. So this is what I'm expecting, something like this. All right, so I'll put this on the group chat now. Price should come and cover this level, this price here. Probably just take liquidity above this high. Yeah. So that is what we are looking out for price. Let's see. Okay, the only gap we have here is here, and also we have a gap here. So production for, so I'll copy this and put on the group chat for us to see. So this will be crude oil buy limit straight plan. All right. So moving forward, we also want to take a look at what we have with the DXY. So for DXY, also you'll see price is still at that level. Consolidation is what's just going on all around. Consolidation all around. Price consistently made a break of structure to the downside. You can see other blocks here being retested, other blocks being retested. However, from this point to this point here, we'll have price. You can see price has done something like more like trading inside the internal zone between here to this level, and price tried to um, come back to this level. However, it failed. So thereby using this other block, then price is sweeping this level again. So what does this currently tells us? So last week on Friday, price swept this level, and then price went to the upside. So we should be looking for a possible retracement at around this area. And to do that, we want to look for another block, we want to look for a mitigation block, we want to look for where price particularly failed, right, to make a continuation move. And I mean continuation move, they make a consistent break of structure like to the downside. So between this level to this level, price has been trading internal and price are just swept sell side liquidity. So what I mean is if we check this level and then this level here, price is bearish. You can see price has been bearish. Now, price are just currently swept liquidity. And when price sweeps liquidity, the next thing is looking to take the next liquidity. The next liquidity you are looking at here is this buy side liquidity here. However, this is the internal range. The major buy side liquidity is at this level here. So price will chase liquidity. So price now has gathered enough sellers. People that are selling for me, price has gathered enough sellers, and then it is about to start buying. So from this level here, we can say as a trader, we should wait. Traders always wait for when price is certain that okay, for you to be certain that price has actually is going your direction. If you are trying to be bullish in this trend, because the trend overall is actually bullish. If you look at the daily time frame, maybe you want to join the trend, this is the day, but you go to the smaller time frame like we used to do. So here we have a confirmation. Let's quickly see what is currently going on. So between here to this level here, price is still within the bearish range. So this is the last swing, and then you have internal range here. So price is still inside the bearish swing. Until price comes and close above this level, there is no need for us to still be warned to buy. Yes, to be wise, there is no need for us to say, who knows? How can we say that this other block might not just be closed and maybe this other block and price can continue to slow down? We don't know. So in order for us to be sure that buyers are in and they have confidence to continue to move this way, is that we need to wait for price to clear that high where I just dropped this line, and that is 99.69. That is say around 100. 99.69. So once price clear that level, we can say that okay, that will be like a very good place for us to target a buy side. So let's wait for price to break this level, then we can move from there to the upside. Otherwise, I will just propose a continuous sell from here. However, because I'm seeing a takeout of this and price is not breaking below it, then that means it is an opportunity to keep going to the upside. But if you want to say you want to take the trade from here, if you enter from here and you have a stop loss say around below uh, this level, it's not bad because this is all Asian range, so price can come and sweep this level. So if you have a stop loss at this level, which means like 31 pips, it's not bad, right? So you can be an early taker, like you have your price entry much early, so you are buying now, right? Instead of waiting for price to break this level and coming down. So you are buying now. And the reason why you are buying now, if you look at what price has done, price has consistently formed some form of a steady base here. One, two, three, four is a steady base, right? And then price made around this morning, price made this gap here, which is has also come to reclaim that level. It has covered it. So you have like one, two, three, four, and then price can so buying now is not a bad, since price has already grabbed liquidity before, you know. So it is more assurance that since there's a liquidity grab, then we can move with the flow. So price has grabbed liquidity and then you want to buy into this next a little bit above this high. That is where we see price coming back to. So now let's copy image. Once price now break this level and pull back, we will now be looking for maybe a other block that failed, that's a breaker, or we are looking for a mitigation block, something around here that will give us an opportunity to see, okay, price has failed, let's quickly get into. And if you look at this place very well, maybe if you go to a smaller time frame, say maybe 30 minutes, you might be able to notice that here you'll be seeing a mitigation block. Let's see. So if you come here, price made this high. Now price has failed to make another high, right? And when price fails to make another high, it will go back up again. So price breaking above this level, right, means that there's already a mitigation block because it failed to make another. Sorry, it failed to make another low below this level. So this is the last low, right? Price pulled back. Price is supposed to make another low below this low, right? But the pullback itself is very strange. It's not like very accurate pullback. Why? Because this is the last impulse bearish candle. Let's say price was able to go above this level now. We'll say okay, then the mitigation block is fine. So this is the last bearish candle. This is not a pullback per se because the price is not going above this last bearish block. If price has gone above this last bearish block, we would address it as a pullback. But in the smaller time frame, say you want to um, say you want to there's no way you can ignore this guy because this guy was the guy that made this last low. So a low that should come above here. So because this one is not the impulse, this is the impulse candle. This would have been a good one. This particular one here would have been a good one. Let's say price came here and then formed another one. Now we are going to the lower time frame, which is not our usual kind of way to get a confirmation. We stay with the higher time frame. But if someone wants to take entry, we go to smaller time frame. Although we just wanted to see if there's actually a mitigation block where price is going to react and move up from. So this is price making a low and price is unable to make a pullback before it makes another low. It has not made a pullback here. So until price makes another low below this level, then we'll have pullbacks around there. So this sweep is still fragile, but it can still work. Trading is not 100%. There's no 100% move in trading. So this pullback is fragile, but it can still work. Left for me, I will just wait for a break above this and look for an entry around here. I might be entering late, but I may enter better That's in case price keeps coming down from here. So let's just have maybe I'll post this as buy now for Euro USD. But for people that joined this session today, we understand that it is actually not a full buy now. It's supposed to be like a breakout on here, wait for a break, and then you know, let me put that as a note. So I'll put this here so that you understand. Then I'll put a buy now for people that can take the risks now and enter in. So this is buy now Euro USD. Euro USD. For GU, for GU, most likely the same thing. GU2 is GU is even bullish. You know that I was saying that USD and GU they've not been very correlative of recent because why? If you check the interest rate of GU is much more at the same level with the dollar. Only USD is kind of low, which makes it kind of a bit makes Euro weak. You understand? So imagine all this move that we had recently for DXY. Let me see. You see this move we had recently for DXY, where dollar became really weak and it got to this side. So this is what we have currently for Euro USD, right? The move got to this level. The what I was talking about, I was thinking is USD. That was DXY, right? So it is for if you are looking for DXY buy, then you are looking for Euro USD sell. So Euro USD is the sell opportunity that you are looking out for. The same thing that happened with DXY is what we're also looking at for Euro USD. Euro USD has made this move, right? This you cannot call a failure high because there is no pullback for me. This is just the only high. All these other level are inside this block, inside this candlestick. So from year to year, yeah, all these ones we are looking at here, all these candles, just one candlestick because they're all inside this level here. So there's not been any pullback. We're still expecting a pullback to happen. Yes, it would have gotten this trade last week. However, it didn't. It didn't play out. That was the buy. I think he almost did. Let me see. I think it did play out. Okay, no, it didn't play out. Price go to 1.517. So and we had our entry at 1.151. So that is why this didn't play out last week. We missed that trade. We just strike. So at least we didn't lose money on this. So for people that enter this one, they are currently in profits. Price has swept liquidity above this double top. Yeah. Now with the liquidity sweep, it means we are chasing the next bearish level. You understand the next bearish low, which is bearish. Sorry, the sell side liquidity. Buy side liquidity has been taken out. What I mean is this: if you look at what we currently have here, the last major swing between this small level at this double top here, which is like the buy side liquidity, right? In the smaller time frame, because if you look at the bigger picture, which is the bigger time frame, all this level is still turn out between this to this, right? Between this one here, I don't know why I put that one there. So all this level you are looking at is still between this one to this guy here. All right. So all this level you are looking at here is it between this gun to this one. So it's internal range. But if you dive down to the smaller time frame, you'll be able to see another picture. So consistent break of structures to the upside, and the last major break was around this level here, breaking this high here. Now this sweep of liquidity, this double top here, this one, right, sweep and then price returning back to this thing seems more like a sweep of liquidity, right? But it is not very strong for me. So price has come back into this fair value gap and price can keep pushing up. So if you ask me now that what do I think for me, I would say you might want to desist from this trade. Right, you want to get out of this trade now because it might not play out as we planned. Though it is reacting from another block, yes, we see that it is reacting from another block, which is this level. You can push it down a little bit. That is just my own, um, you know, idea. That's my own. That's what I prospect for this trade. That would be my own prospect. That price would most likely push the trade down just a little bit. If you go back, let's go back to the daily time frame and check again. Yes, so price is reacting from another block, a very huge other block, which is like the bigger time frame other block for Euro USD. And USD currently is stronger than Euro in terms of currency. So price getting up to this point here there might be a long consolidation here that was. So if you ask me, I would say since we have seen that it is pushing down from a higher time frame other block, we can just leave the trade. So let price play what we play. But I know that most likely, most likely that price is still coming to take out this high. Right, because this you are seeing this pullback is not a accurate pullback. It's not a very strong pullback. For traders that want to wait, they will not wait for a break below this before they start selling. They want to wait for a break below this level before they start selling. Because this one you are looking at here. So for me, I see as markets grab liquidity, but it's still one candlestick. So let's wait for a break below this candlestick to be sure that it's set. But if you're already in the set, just keep your stop loss, keep everything as it is, do not change anything. So the update will still be a sell limit from here. If you are not in the sell already, so we still have a sell limit from around here or a little bit above where liquidity will be grabbed, a little bit above. But for those people that already entered from last week, because this trade happened on Friday, just keep your stop loss where it is. The stop loss is not that very high. Okay, it's about 54 pips. That's high for currency pair. But you are looking to make about 283 pips. So it's not that bad. So keep your stop loss where it is. Post this for Euro USD updates. Moving forward, we also have gold now. No, GBP USD rather. GBP USD also, like I said, Euro USD is giving us a bearish vibe. GP for GPUSD is a bullish one because why? GPUSD also is the interest is also as strong as the dollar as well. And then price already shown us from last week that it has already changed its own momentum and it is ready to start buying from even last month rather. And then we have price breakdown into this level and then it is going back up. So we continue the buy for this. We are not changing anything. So if we that we are already in this trade here, we are holding it. We are not closing the trade yet. We are holding it, and the momentum you can see is still price is taking out all sellers shrinking candles. These are like shrinking candles. Right, so price is bullish for GBP. We leave it as it is. We're not changing anything. If price didn't come back here to activate buyers again,